Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-Not.
And you're watching #Silliman.
For #Silliman updates, Casey Gabriel M. Kyongko, a grade 9 student at the Silliman University Junior High School, won bronze medals in the 800-meter freestyle, 400-meter freestyle, and 100-meter breaststroke swimming events of the National Swim Tryouts for the 32nd Southeast Asian Games on February 16 to 19, 2023 at the New Clark City Aquatic Center in Tarlac. In December 2022, Kyongko was awarded Most B-Medal Swimmer after winning 5 gold medals in different swimming events of the Batang Pinoy National Championship 2022. Congratulations and keep up the good work! Silliman University was awarded as the champion of the secondary division in the 2023 Palarong Panlunsod held last February 18 to 19 and 25 to 26, 2023 at Dumaguete City. Student athletes of the junior and senior high school represented Silliman University as one team, the Silliman University High School. The team won 50 gold medals, 24 silver, and 30 bronze in the overall tally, placing first among the 14 secondary schools in the city that competed in the sports events. Meanwhile, the Silliman University Alumni and External Affairs Office invites graduating students and alumni to this year's Silliman University Job Fair on May 22 to 23, 2023 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the East Quadrangle Silliman campus. This is also open to the public to extend the same opportunity to graduating students from other colleges and universities. The annual job fair will give graduating seniors and alumni the opportunity to explore employment options and connect with reputable employers representing different industries. That would be all. See you next week for another set of #Silliman updates.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to
Silliman.
Hi, everyone. Of course, it's already March 13, and that means, Ron, that next week it's going to be the midterms week. Oh my goodness, really. Time
Good luck
flies
to our
so
students.
fast. Good luck to
and
our
of course
students.
to our faculty and staff also.
Of course. Good luck to everyone.
Yeah.
But of course, in the Silliman University, Ron, we don't only mold and we don't only build our intellect, but we are having this total human development, so to speak, and we also encourage our students to be involved in extracurricular activities, and that's why our guests for tonight are our student leaders from the student government. Allow me to introduce first the Speaker of the House of SUSG 2023. We have a BS Economics student from the College of Business Administration. On her second year, we have Miss Enrica Marian Dinopol. Enrica, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, sir and ma'am.
I really like the sweetness and the cuteness
Yes.
of Enrica. No? And we also have here with us tonight the president of the Silliman University Student Government, and he is a senior taking Foreign Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome John Christian Entrata.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir. I'm happy to be back on the
Yes.
show.
And since you said that you like the sweetness, we should
Yeah.
also say to Christian.
Sweet ba? Or very serious kasi yung aura ni Christian. No?
Ganun ba? No, sweet na naman si Christian. Anyway, later on, we have prepared something to know whether sweet ba talaga.
Let's see. I'm
Let us see.
excited.
All right. Now, guys, we have actually learned that you recently attended this international training for leaders. So, why don't you share about this? And, of course, tell us also what is it about? And what did you do during your attendance in the leadership training or conference? And at the same time, what are the takeaways that you had in that event? We'll start first with Enrica.
All right, so allow me to give you an overview of what Christian and I attended, which is Asia's Youth Leadership Training and Travel Camp in Singapore from February 2 to 6.
Singapore. Sabay-sabay. Sana all.
So thank you,
Okay.
Silliman, for, of course, giving us the opportunity for that. But basically, it's a training camp for a lot of individuals in Southeast Asia, and we all come together, and Singapore hosts this every year. But of course, because of the pandemic, it had to be stopped for 2 years. But luckily, we came in time for their 10-year anniversary of having the camp. So it was a very special homecoming for a lot of individuals. And there was around, I think,
200.
200 participants, and how many different countries? There was a lot. I think like
So this is
30.
only Asian countries.
Yes.
Supposedly, but we had guests even from, or delegates from Ecuador as well, who traveled like 40 hours to get to
Wow.
the
To
camp.
SG, grabe, no?
So very much, it was a melting pot of different countries in Southeast Asia. We met a lot of different individuals also, and then for the experience as well, there's so many things honestly that Chan and I experienced. So it's really crazy to try and like place it all in one go,
Right.
but. For more importantly, it was a lot of learning about how the Singaporean government works and how they're able to sustain their country in different aspects. So it may be environmentally wise. So there's a lot of, let's say, the basin and the water basin and how they keep up with their trash collection. There were so many things to learn. Also, their transport system.
Yes.
We learned about that. And then more importantly, we got to kind of share each other's culture with the different people that were there. So it was kind of a very, very wholesome experience, but also an experience where you can take pride from your country, from what you're representing, and kind of learn from other people and what you can give back.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's a little bit of an overview of
Enrica,
it.
are you the only students from the Philippines for that leadership event?
We were not the only students from
Alright.
the Philippines, and I think that was a wonderful thing because it felt so. We felt at home when we were there, but at the same time, we got to build our connections outside
Mga
of
kababayans.
Silliman University.
Yes, that's good. That's good. How
So-
about you, Christian?
Yes, so also to bank on that, during the camp, we also met other student leaders from the Philippines, and so we also felt the Filipino spirit in that, and we were also happy to meet other student leaders from the Philippines and even outside the Philippines. So the camp was 5 days,
Yeah.
5 days, and again, it was composed of travel and learning. So we were able to visit some places in Singapore. We were able to learn about their culture, how Singapore started, also as a third world country, and how it became the city-state that it is today. We were also able to listen to speakers from the National University of Singapore, and we were also able to tour around the National University of Singapore. So generally, we were really able to learn so much, and on top of that, we were really able to have multiple cultural exchanges with our
Right.
fellow delegates, and I
Yes.
think that's one of the most important things that we had during the camp. We were able to learn how other countries do their student government, for example, what problems they are also facing in their respective schools, and more so in their respective countries. So through that, as student leaders, we were really able to exchange ideas and kind of benchmark how other students from other countries or other students from the Philippines do it, so that we can bring it back here in Silliman University, hopefully to pay it forward.
True.
Yes. Parang anong maa-apply nyo?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
can you bring home and make use of? So, Ron, I think they deserve a big congratulations.
Yes,
no, for,
and a big round of applause for that. But anyway, Enrica and Christian, you did not just go to Singapore to attend and participate in this leadership or travel and learning camp. But newsflash, you also bagged an award. Can you tell us more about
Wow.
that?
Another round of applause.
Yes. Sana all talaga,
Yes,
Josh.
yes.
Yeah. Christian and
So
Enrica.
yeah, ako na.
You
I'll
wanna
start.
start?
Okay.
Okay,
So
yeah.
actually, we didn't. When we started the
Yeah.
camp, we didn't expect that there will be these awards.
Yeah.
Truly.
But
Okay.
at the end of the camp, we were asked to do this certain task. Basically, we were asked to identify problems within our countries and propose solutions, substantiate these solutions, and we had to present it. And on the last day of the camp, we were given awards, and luckily, our group won Best Presentation Content, which we're very much happy about because we didn't expect it. In my group, I was the only Filipino, so language barrier was very much apparent in that. We really had a hard time communicating, so it was harder to materialize what I had in mind for our presentation. So to be given an award, I was very much thankful. And Enrica.
And then again, as you mentioned, me and Christian were in different groups. So we were
What is the award called, guys?
For me, I won Best Presentation Content.
Best presentation content. Wow.
Yes.
And then for Enrica,
And then my group, we happened to win the most outstanding most outstanding presentation for
Wow,
the whole
galing.
duration of the camp, and as well as the other individual awards they were given. So before I go on to the second one, in terms of the most outstanding one, it's really just the video presentations that were able to hit all the marks that the judges were looking for. So our
Okay.
judges were coming from National University of Singapore, so they were
Wow.
people, the professors there,
Right.
who really were seeing what substantiated from the learnings that we got. Because the task itself was to kind of apply what we learned in Singapore and how we could potentially meet halfway with the countries that we're coming from. And alongside that, which this is an award that I didn't expect that they were going to be giving, they were also awarding student leaders all throughout the duration, or the delegates there, who I guess was able to serve the best of the ability all duration of the camp. So starting day one, they already had, they assigned and were looking for different, or I guess keeping an eye on people who were, I don't know,
so they did not announce anything, no?
They really didn't. That was,
Wow.
but they were able to handle it very well because they were really hands-on with the different participants and delegates that were there. So the award was Most Outstanding Youth Leader, which I think is a very big honor to have.
It is.
And it was awarded to, I think, only 20 of the delegates that were there.
Wow.
And so it's such an honor to be one of the individuals that were given that award. And I think it was really just more so for me, it's a wonderful experience because I was able to get a lot from the people I was with. It was really so amazing. I keep repeating this, especially with Kuya Chan, because we were both in the same friend group, outside the groups that we had in terms of it. We were all in one very, very comfortable and amazing Filipino individual community that
Yeah.
were there. And we had so much fun learning from so many different people.
Yeah,
So that was that.
amazing stories, no? And I just want to ask, because in Silliman Ron, there are, I think, 4 graduate outcomes that we want our students to be, like effective communicator, critical creative thinkers, lifelong learners, and transformative Christian witnesses. So, how does the Silliman preparation help you in the event? Because ganyan naman Silliman yan, say, by default, we stand out. Wow. There's this Silliman spark, Silliman spirit. So how does the preparation here in the university, it seems no that seamless lang, no? Parang it's just so natural for you to immerse in this multicultural and diverse group, no? And at the same time come up with an output that is of quality, and without even knowing that this will be assessed or evaluated. So parang working behind the lang talaga without knowing what's going to be the prize. So what are the preparations that Silliman University gave you?
Would it be okay if I start?
Sure.
All right. So in terms of that, I think when we both went to the trip, we weren't really expecting much. I mean, of course, there was a lot of things that we were hoping to happen, but bringing along there, for me personally, it wasn't just about, I want to bring the fact that I'm a Filipina, a proud Filipina. I think it's something special that I am a proud Filipina and I'm also Sillimanian. And I wanted, actually both of us wanted to make certain that we get to spread the word about this beautiful university, the campus by the sea, Silliman University. And I think we were able to very much encapsulate that on the trip. So by the end of the trip, actually, it was a lot of, Silliman University, we know those 2 kids from Silliman, and I think that made our heart full, because again, from the beginning of comparatively from when we started out from the trip, they were like, Silliman, we've heard of that. And actually some universities, for example, like Ateneo de Manila, because of the previous organizing events that we had, for example, the Harvard Philippine Forum, which we had recently here in Silliman, we were able to connect and meet with a lot of universities here in the Philippines. But in terms of Silliman University's preparation for us, I think Silliman has always been supportive of their leaders, of their student leaders in terms of extracurricular activities, especially our SOAD, OSS, especially Sir Abe and Ma'am Edna.
Shout out to Kuya Abe at
Yes,
the end,
really,
if you're
really.
watching.
Really shout out to them, because it's through their support and their belief system for students like us that we get to really branch out and express things that we're passionate about. So we may have different advocacies, may it be, for example, for me, youth capacity building, maybe for Kuya Chan, it's something else. But either way, in Silliman, you get to really have your trial and and error. You really get to see yourself fail in Silliman University. And by fail, I mean you get to have different tribulations and trials, right? But all of that at the end of the day
Grabe naman yung
builds-
tribulation.
because I know everyone tribulations is a big word, but
Yeah.
I think it's best sums up each and everybody's journey because it's not
Yeah.
perfect, right?
Yeah, we
but it's
got
in
that.
those journeys that you get to realize that there's so many things I've learned and I've come so far. And I'd like to say that it's all because of Silliman University's ability to hone and give a space for us to take up. And really, I owe it to them, especially Sir Abe and Ate Edna. I keep repeating it to them that thank you so much for being there since I was like as young as I could remember. They were always there.
Yeah.
So that's
So
pretty
ganyan
much
talaga
what I-
mangyari, no? That's what's happening if, the
You have
skills and the
mentors.
right opportunities meet, you know?
And you have the right mentors too.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, for my case, I always say this, that Silliman really trains us for the world. And I think
I like that.
us
Not just for the better,
attending
but for the world.
AYLTLC 2023 was really a testament to that. As Enrica mentioned earlier, we went to the camp pretty much as an empty cup. We were just willing to take in whatever the camp will be imparting to us. And true enough, when we got there, we learned so much. But at the same time, the goal that Enrica and I had, which is to bring Silliman out there, bring it to the world, and make it known to other people inside and outside the Philippines. Because, I mean, we cannot deny that there are really other people who do not know about Silliman. And when
Yeah.
you get there and when you show them that student leaders from Silliman are capable student leaders, then I think that's one of the goals that we really wanted to achieve in Enrica, and we were happy that we were able to do that. And I think it all goes back also to the training, to the years of training that we had in the university, not just in the student government, but of course within the classroom, in the 5 C's. Yeah, so we were
Not 4 C's.
Community.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Five.
I've been in Silliman for almost 4 years already, and I think my experience in AYLTLC was really able to encapsulate everything that I've learned from the university since I was a freshman.
That's
So I think again, Silliman really changed us for the world.
All right, Ron, we're just going to pause for a short break, but later on, we'll ask them burning questions.
Yes.
And we are so interested what else transpired during that camp. All of that and more when #Silliman returns. there, welcome back. You're still watching hashtag Silliman is still with us. Of course, we have Christian and Enrica here, both sweet student leaders, Ron.
Yes, and earlier I really enjoyed how they tell their story
Yes.
about their
And we were just in awe, right?
Yes, but so much about the present. Let's talk about the past because according to Joshua, women always ask about the past.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
But
Quote me
anyway,
and I will deny.
okay. So yeah, when did you realize that leading is really for you? It's one of your passions in life.
Maybe our SU president would like to start.
Yes, Christian.
Personally, I started in the student leadership scene back when I was in grade school, but those aren't really serious. Kanang, ikaw, murag, okay naman ka, ikaw na dito mag-president. So like, I was also, I think,
But in grade school, Christian, you're already the class president.
I was
What was the first leadership position that you had?
When I was in grade school, I was the student government, pupil government pa yun, pupil government vice president at that time.
You were grade
grade 6.
grade six.
Grade 6.
But before grade 6, like in grade 1, maybe you're
yeah,
already Prince Charming.
Probably
PRO.
positions in class I couldn't really
Yes.
remember, but
I remember.
I can remember the first big position that I held
Okay.
was when I became the vice president of the pupil government in our school.
Grade 6.
And at that time, of course, it didn't mean so much. I just thought, okay, I'm leading the elementary school. So I think it's through these little opportunities that I was able to realize, this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And that brings me the realization that I really owe it to the first people who believed in me. The people in grade school who saw the potential in the little Christian that, he can lead a crowd. He can lead
Right.
the student body. And from there, I was able to continue into my high school, senior high school. And actually, when I entered Silliman University, when I was in first year, I was in accountancy. So I promised my mom and my dad, okay, dili na akong mag-extracurricular. I will focus on my academics. But then I realized na something's really missing. And I was really looking for something where I could channel my energy to, because I was kind of happy in accountancy and I was doing great in my class. I was getting good grades, but something was really missing. And I realized, I really wanted to serve again. And when I started to shift, I also realized that foreign affairs is really the course for me, because eventually I hope to also land a job where I could continue serving. But that time, the bigger Filipino community already. So that's really the goal I have in mind. And eventually, I became SU president, and the rest is just history. So I think, again, when it comes to where it all started, I guess it's really through the people who believed in me first. Like when I was young.
That's so beautiful, Ron.
elementary,
You just have to
no?
believe that they can lead, no?
And there must be someone who will first believe in
Yes.
you.
Yes. That's why it's also like my personal mission to, spot future student leaders and make them feel that I believe in them.
Yeah.
Because without the people who believed in me, I won't be here naman. So,
Yes, that's good, Christian, that you're making the ripples.
Yes.
How about you, Enrica?
And on contrary to Kuya Chan's, when I first transferred into Silliman, I think it was really Silliman University that kind of motivated me to do what I do.
okay.
So I had no intention to be back in the what we call, I think, student government scene. Because when I first transferred here, I was like, okay, I'll be a normal
What
student.
grade was that?
This was grade 9.
Grade 9
in
now,
junior
alright.
high school,
Junior
in Silliman
high.
University Junior High School. And so, because I came from, when I first transferred here, it was like, let's take a break, let's relax. And then
Testing the waters
testing
muna.
the waters muna for the first year was kind of just being relaxation. And then afterwards, again, you find your way into student council, and you try help here and there, and then sooner or later from student council it becomes, it ripples onto you as you go a little bit higher. So in senior high school, I think was the first big position here in Silliman University, which hello to Sir Josh, in the Silliman University Student Council in senior high school. That was where it all, I think, began, my love for Silliman University.
Active nila, Ron, no?
Yes, super. But anyways, in terms of how it happened, it really begins, I guess, with the surrounding or the environment that you're in. I wouldn't have loved to serve if it weren't for the people that are here in Silliman University. And I said this before, and I keep saying this. I owe it all to the Silliman community, the people that I grew up with, the people who constantly believe in me, who really give me an opportunity to be myself and who love me for who I am. And I think there's so much love that I have to give for this university, and that's why I love serving it, regardless, no matter where it
How
may
kapoy.
be, no matter how kapoy it may be, no matter in what way, it's always giving back to the community and giving back to the people who I'm with. So it's really motivating to not just work for myself, but to work with such amazing student leaders and individuals. And I think it really all started from there when I realized that in Silliman University, you meet so many amazing people.
Right.
And it really motivates you to keep on going, to keep finding more people to work with, or more individuals to meet and to chance with.
So that's a real and an altruistic sense of service and leadership, Enrica. No? So from Christian, people who believe in you, and for Enrica, it's the right environment to grow.
Yeah.
So combined both together, that
That's
would
Silliman.
be
That's Silliman.
Silliman.
Silliman
Ang ganda,
all in
no?
one.
Ang ganda.
But it's not just their own, no. It's not just their own talents or intelligence that made them who they are today, but with a combination of the people who really help them, the right people who really.
And I
help
would say they're humble enough, no,
Yeah,
to
to
acknowledge.
acknowledge.
Ayun,
Humility.
Jinx. Okay. Anyway, Ron, we have digged the past. Okay. Now let's go to the present and let's play some game.
Yeah,
Okay.
sige. Ano ba yan?
We have prepared this game. It's called Never Have I Ever. Sige, Ron, can you share to us the mechanics of the game?
Okay.
Okay.
So we will say a statement or a sentence, and then each time that you have done these things, you will fold one finger, and then yung pinakaunang maka-fold ng lahat ng fingers nila, like I think 5 or 10 ba yun? 10?
You have 10 fingers.
5
Yeah.
fingers lang?
Five.
We don't have time na.
Okay, 10. Okay, sige. 5 fingers lang.
Alright.
Ang pinakaunang maka-fold ng 5 fingers lahat will have, we will give a challenge. Ano bang
Okay,
challenge?
challenge.
Okay, go
Secret.
Chan. You got this.
Sige. Just like how you did not anticipate the
Yes,
awards, you will
because
not
we also
also
have
be
a prize.
You will not also anticipate the challenge that we will
Alright.
give you.
Sige, so just raise your dominant hand.
You're
Alright.
a lefty.
No, my...
I hope.
Si
Right.
Christian, right hand. Si left. Oh,
Left.
economics eh. Okay. Left brain.
Another stereotype.
Okay. Hindi,
Okay, sige.
neuroscience yun, Ron.
Okay, sige,
Alright,
go.
sige. You throw the first question.
First, never have I ever slept in the library.
Slept.
Oh, I have.
I have.
First year. First
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Senior high.
Have you?
Oo, lagi.
Ako, I work as a student assistant eh. So, of
you're-
course, I have.
Your Silliman life is not complete if you have not slept in the library. It's a
Yeah.
Silliman.
Best
Yes.
spot to sleep, second floor.
Second floor, yes. Cubicles.
Yes.
Individual cubicles, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Those are the
right.
best.
And of course, sa third floor din, sa hindi ka masyadong makikita ng mga tao.
Okay,
But anyway.
my turn to ask the
Yeah.
question. Never have I ever had a crush on a fellow student leader.
I have never.
Sure? Hindi
Yeah.
makagraduate?
Sir, I believe kasi if you're busy na, you should look for someone na dili busy.
Exactly.
Para complementary mo. So,
Ron, should we believe this? Okay, let's give
No,
them the benefit of the doubt.
You should,
Okay.
because like I feel like when you're working, I don't know, it happened to, well, as you know,
Okay,
very
no, Enrica, no need to
hyper-independent.
explain na. Okay, next question.
Next,
My disclaimer, okay.
never had I ever broken a bone.
I've never.
I've never.
Okay.
I'm not sporty, so.
I'm just blessed that I
All
haven't
right.
had that.
Never have I ever went to school without taking a bath.
I have. I'm sorry.
I think just like last week. Diretso from Singapore, I had to catch my 2 classes. I was
Okay.
like, I'm so sorry. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go.
No,
diretso
I thought
na.
you were making sure that you remained the Singapore.
Ang hair, I will not remove
The
it.
scent of
The
Singapore.
aura.
Amoy Singapore. Okay. Go, Ron.
Okay, never have I ever had a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Ay.
MBSB and GSB.
I don't think that, at the age of 18, any relationship under the age of 18, I don't consider. So I'm single. So
Okay,
none.
let's change that. Never have I ever had a relationship. Romantic relationship. Oh.
That's not possible.
Okay. Enrica's leading the way. Okay.
This is your
Sige.
chance to
Ron,
shine.
go ahead, Ron.
Never had I ever went to school drunk.
Oh, I have never.
I've never too.
Ang babait ng babata.
Yeah,
No, they make sure they're sober when they report to school. Okay. Okay, never. Diyos ko, babasahin ko ba to?
Sige.
Okay, I will
What
do
is
this.
this?
Never have I ever clogged a toilet.
I have never. I'm constipated.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think I have either.
Okay, sige, Ron, go ahead.
Never have I ever had a bird poop on me.
Because we have a lot of
May
birds in
swerte
the-
yan,
in the
sabi
campus.
nila.
Ay,
Wait, when I also attended.
when was this and where was
I attended
this?
also a leadership camp in Cebu, and my friends and I were walking sa IT Park.
He-
There's a spot dyan there. There's a spot dyan na notorious for bird.
Bird pooping. Okay.
I don't like to
Lasa na lang.
imagine.
Okay,
No.
Christian is
You
leading
got
the
this.
way.
Oh my
You get the
gosh.
challenge, babe.
Okay. Never have I ever farted on
An
in
elevator.
an elevator.
I have
Well,
never.
I have farted in outside elevators, but not inside.
Not
elevators.
Okay,
counted.
okay.
Okay, sige. Never have I ever peed while sleeping.
Hala?
Pero bata, yeah. As a child, for sure. I feel like I have.
You can still remember that.
I think
right?
I have
I know you
memory.
can remember.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm certain I
Yeah.
have.
Christian?
No.
Final? Final answer?
Yes.
Okay, Ron, we're out of items. Okay,
Yeah.
mag-invento na tayo.
Ika, ano?
Never.
What if we just both win?
Oh, I'm leading right now.
Kayo ngayon.
Okay, ito, last, one last from me, one last from me.
Okay, sige, go.
Never have I ever had a crush on one of my teachers.
Ay, parang the answer is for you.
May na-trigger kay, kay Christian.
Ano ba yan?
Not me.
Okay. Sige, let's give the benefit of the doubt.
never.
Okay, so
Bawal
wala
yun, sir.
talaga. Wala. Bawal daw. Okay. Sige.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Di
Sige.
man makatulog for 3 years.
Let's accept that,
Okay,
Ron.
let's
Let's
accept
accept that.
Okay, last one. Never have I ever had a crush on a classmate.
I have never also.
You've never.
I don't
I
like a
have.
class. Dili ko ganahan classmate.
Ay, anong gusto niya? Parang,
What's a different section?
A different
Yes.
section.
A different
So we both win.
blockmate.
okay. So mag-pinky swear na kayo.
To never crush.
To never
even.
crush.
What's the challenge, Josh? Do we have a
Wala.
challenge? Wala.
Since wala namang natalo.
Yeah.
We're
So
saved.
thank you
Yes.
very much, Christian, and thank you very much, Enrica. So in culmination, would you like to say something? Of course, maybe there are people that like to thank, acknowledge, or shout out, or do you have upcoming events at the SUSG that you like to promote? Go ahead.
Me first?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
first?
you
Oh,
first.
okay, alright. So there's a lot of people that we'd like to thank, but of course, shout out again and again to Sir Abe and Ma'am Edna for always supporting. Oh, there. Sorry. To Sir Abe and Ma'am Edna for always supporting us and believing in us. And of course, I'd like to give a shout out to the people who believe in me first, and that's my dad and my sister. So if my dad and my sister end up watching this one's for you. And lastly for me is no other than the Sillimanians who consistently believe in us, who consistently give us a platform to really speak out on our advocacies and allow us to serve them. Without you, I swear, none of this would be possible. So I hope you know and you realize that you have us, Christian and I'll say this proudly, to keep on relying on. So don't worry about anything or worry about stuff, and we'll be by your side for that.
Ay, gusto ko yan. We'll be by your side. Okay, Christian.
Yes, from my end, I would also like to thank, of course, Sir Abe and Ma'am Edna for giving us the opportunity to go to AYLTLC and represent Silliman University. Of course, my parents, my mom and my dad, hello, if you're watching, I miss you both. And also to my brothers, they also helped me financially, so thank you. And of course, again, to the Silliman community, thank you, because without you putting your trust in me as your SUSG president, I won't be able to do all these things. And with that, Enrica and I, of course, we promise to continue serving you with the best of our capabilities now that we have so much more that we learned from the camp. And for SUSG events, we have our upcoming intramurals that's co-organized by the SUSG Sports and Recreation Committee. So watch out for that. That will be happening. That will be happening right after midterms. So after midterms, we have something to look forward to.
And for the assembly, again, just to plug it in again, also, the 32nd SG Student Assembly is a group of individuals that I would also like to send my thanks to. But we also are having our sessions. I think the next one would be in March 13th. This is being shown there, right? So it already has happened, but please do tune in the 32nd SUSG Student Assembly Facebook page, as they are also amazing individuals who need to be watched out for.
And we have so much events pa from the SUSG, so just like our Facebook page.
Thank you very much, Christian and Enrica. And once again, congratulations and
Yes, sir.
continue making us
you.
proud here in Silliman University. And baka naman may pasalubong no?
From
We got
Singapore.
Marian here. Wait lang. Papalabas namin siya.
And of course, good luck and God bless in all the things that you're going to do. And of course, we wish you all the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
And now we have come to the last segment of the show. It's called hashtag WTP or Words to Ponder. Ron, what's the word for this episode?
Yeah, there's a lot of key takeaways
Yes.
and a lot of learnings from these
Fun conversation.
fun and interesting conversation. No, but I'd like to bank on the word service. Because
Service.
sometimes when when these people are given the power to lead or they're given the authority, sometimes some people forgets that they are there for a purpose, no? And I don't know if it gets in their head or whatnot, but I'd like to applaud these two for always thinking that leadership is all about giving service, not just to the student body, but they are already thinking of the Filipino nation being served by them in the near future. No, and it takes great humility to actually have that kind of thinking and a lot of altruism, no, to lead and to serve.
Yes.
Not just a certain community, but the nation as well. No, it's not just to serve, or it's not just for your ego, but it's all about or always about the people that you are going to help or reach your hands to. What about you, Josh? What's your
Well, I think the recurring word really for this episode is about leadership. No? And many would ask, are leaders born or
Are they made?
are they made? Well, the truth is, if we go to research, it's both. No? So, in fact, literature would suggest that leaders are 30% genetics and it's 70% nurture. It's the environment. So, I think it's just about really maximizing the talents that you have, the skills, at the same time doing your best to make sure that these skills, these talents, this confidence, that gift that you have will meet the right opportunity, will grow in the right environment. Diba? Because you need the right set of people to believe in you, and you need the right environment for you to grow. And more importantly, when you grow and bear fruits, don't forget to be generous enough to share that fruit to others.
Yeah.
And I think that's also what leadership is all about.
Amen.
On that note, daghan kayong salamat for joining another episode of Hashtag Silliman and for making us as your Monday night company. Good night, everybody, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. This has been another episode of Hashtag Silliman, and we thank you for joining us tonight. And of course, continue supporting our online platforms, especially our Facebook page. It's called Hashtag Silliman. Continue commenting, sharing, and liking on your favorite episodes. And of course, we have also a growing community on YouTube. It's called Hashtag Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there.
And yes, Josh, catch us at Phil Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. Replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn Vailoces-Not.
And Joshua Soldivillo. Kita kits next week. Only here on
Hashtag Silliman.
Bye! God bless everyone! Good luck sa midterms!